let you answer this one this time, so you can do it.
Okay. So we met back in 2012 when he was preaching at a youth gathering, and I had attended it by force by my brother, who happens to be a very good friend of his. So yeah.
Please mention the hangover part. I just feel like I don't know. You always have to leave that part out.
We need all the details.
Just you were hangover.
I was semi-hangovered the night before.
Then when you saw your light shining out,
I didn't.
The hangover disappeared. I'm just playing.
Oh my god. When he was there, I just thought he was like, just like an okay person, because every girl kept on poking.
An okay? How is this story over the years changing to now just being an okay person?
No, but he was there. He was a good preacher.
Okay.
I just didn't consider him as a handsome looking man.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. But he was smiling whilst preaching, so that's how we met.
Okay.
Teacher me, can I
Yes,
do my side
please,
of the story?
go ahead.
First of all, I feel like she's now just filtering the truth because she just doesn't want to look like the one. She didn't like me because she felt like a lot of other girls liked me, so she didn't want. So she didn't want to be in the same wagon. So she decided to make me look ugly when actually, the fear, I'm fearful and wonderful, made more on the wonderful side, I'm just saying. But yeah, we met in 2012, and from then onwards, I took the step by following her through. I, went through the phone diary of the people that attended the meeting, and then, found her on Facebook, and then we started talking from there. Let me answer that very carefully, first of all. It's always the responsibility of the man to pursue. Okay? I have no problem with the woman throwing in hints.
Okay.
When she puts herself on the book. If she likes the guy or she thinks this is the guy, it's okay for her to throw hints. It's okay for her to like the photo. It's okay for her to, once in a while. But for the person to propose or for the person to pursue, it's the responsibility of the man. So I don't mind the woman parading herself and just throwing hints and showing that, listen, I'm out here doing my thing. But for the pursuing and for the person to, to begin a relationship, personally, I believe it's a responsibility of the man.
And just to add on that, the Bible tells us saying, he who finds, not she who finds.
Exactly. It's always it's the responsibility of the man to pursue, not for the woman to begin to throw herself. That's different if you're throwing yourself, if you're forcing yourself on somebody. But when women know how to throw hints, they know how to make a man know that, listen, you gotta see the whole package of Jesus right here, right now. So yeah. I'll speak from the man's perspective, all right? First of all, do not throw yourself at the person, okay? Throwing yourself, it means, you want to be all up in their face and whatnot. There's one approach that me and my wife like to talk about, is the approach of, the first approach is always, you could ask. Okay. You can go ahead. Hey, my name is Shanshan. Obviously, if you don't know, it's different if you've never met the person whatsoever. Then they'll be like, behave your manners. But if you're talking, you're friends. It's okay to know where the person stands with you. You just want to know where they stand with you so that you don't, keep falling for this person when they actually don't like you. So on the man's perspective, is we always wants to know. It's okay for her to ask. It's okay. Men don't like that, but for me, I personally think it's okay for the woman to just ask and say, yo, listen, are you feeling the girl? Or not? Because it helps. Also, but then in that instance, I believe that the man should not lie. Okay? Or should not lead on the woman because they feel like, now she's throwing. It's different with throwing yourself at a person and actually trying to find out where you stand. Are we just friends? Are we sister and brother in the Lord? All those things. So it's okay for
that's important.
Woman of God, do you want to?
A man that wants you will always make it very clear. So it's okay sometimes, especially when you see someone that you like. We women know what we want. So when you see something that you like that's very attractive, you'll probably look at it and say, I would want to date that person, or I would want to, be affiliated to a person like that. But a person that likes you back, because what you don't want is to be in a relationship alone also. Men are they're very strategic, especially when they see a woman that is desperate. He can lead you on because he knows that.
And later on say, hey, it wasn't me that actually,
So it's better to show yourself that you are available and not that you're desperate. There's a very thin line. So let him know that, she's not in a relationship and she kind of does like me, but she is not desperate. So just finding that thin line, especially for women, is somewhere where we need to get to. But be very blunt with yourself. Also, you don't want a guy to waste your time. So if you like him and you feel he likes you too, make it clear. Like, hi, I feel some type of way and whatnot. Do you feel this is something that might work and whatnot? Also, leaving enough room for him to pursue. So it's just finding that thin line. Every marriage, every relationship has its own code. It has its own laid down rules. You cannot put your weight on another relationship. You cannot put your values on another relationship. I've seen people, and there's also a difference between secrecy and privacy.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest with you. Me and my husband are all over Facebook. We are on Instagram and everywhere and whatnot. We are there, but our relationship is still very private.
Yes.
Everyone does know saying there's a Liapa and Milimo out there, but you have no idea what's behind that. And that's the difference between secrecy and privacy. We are very private people, but you do know that there's a Liapa or a Milimo out there. So please, if you are the type that wants to put your partner out there, do not let another person tell you, say, no, don't show them off too much. And
I know.
If you're a Facebook person, my dear, there are people that I know that are Facebook selfie people. Please, if you want to post 4 times a day and someone doesn't like that, let them block you. There's an unfriend button somewhere.
Yes.
It works like that. So there are some people that just genuinely don't like posting. You find that it also goes with babies. There are some people that would never post their pregnancy, and there are people that will post their pregnancy from day 1 to the 9th month. So it's different. We all are different. So if it doesn't work with you, if it doesn't sit in well with you, it's okay. That's fine too. If you want to post, that's fine too. Every relationship is built differently.
Something that my wife has actually that she actually taught me about posting and all those things. She said, you will always show off what you love.
Yeah.
Like for me, that has always hit hard. I love football. I will always talk about football. I will show it off to the world that I love football.
That's true.
People love to eat. They will show off when they go to a restaurant and whatnot. So I don't know why people fail to show off their partner. Maybe because, of the many things that have happened and whatnot. But listen, it doesn't mean that every restaurant that you go to, the food will always be good. Sometimes it's not okay, but you would have showed it off anyways. So at the end of the day, I feel like I'm always looking more to failure than success. People will tell you, what if you break up? What if you don't? So for me, is showing off will always come back to what you love. Like Madame said, sometimes for some people, it's okay. They don't want to do, their relationships are flourishing. For others, worse off, they only lasted 2 weeks. They broke up and whatnot. So at the end of the day, it's also what you've laid down with your partner. Are you okay with it? Are you okay with us showing, But that's always the problem. Also, it comes in, what if she wants and I don't want? What if, she doesn't want and I want? So for me, it's now beginning to find that balance. How then can we work it out to make sure that this actually, works out for both of us? Started off obviously with the foundation. The Bible says, no any other foundation will you lay other than that which is Jesus Christ. Meaning our relationship is built on the faith, which is which is God. That's number one. That has helped us. We can say that is our golden key, if you would like, to helping us, because the many things that we faced, if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for our brothers and sisters in the Lord, I don't think we'd be where we are today. So God is number one. Number two, maybe I'll let you talk about trust. Maybe that's something that's
So for us, I think it's something that we put very, very plainly on the table, and that was finding that place where you can trust your partner fully. And we got that from a place of being very transparent with each other in every area of our lives. So it got to a point where where your friends are there like, okay, you guys, why do you do certain things? But it's to protect ourselves. So you find that even in the beginning of the relationship, where he told me, saying, you can touch my phone at any point. I wasn't used to that. Not in my previous relationship, it didn't work like that. And being a woman, it doesn't work like that. Where he's there saying, okay, what is it do you feel might be in my phone that you shouldn't have access to, and all those things. So, and also it was a point where he says, this will also help put both of us in check. If you know that you are very transparent with your partner, there's a certain accountability that you have with yourself. Saying, okay, you know what? I'm trying to protect not only my partner, but myself also. So if there's anything that you feel is fishy around you, you're better off telling your partner, saying, okay, you know what? There's a guy that hit on me and all that. So it almost aligns you so that you don't get in trouble, and it's also just protecting you, and you always come back and say there's a girl that was hitting on me and all those things, and you will laugh about it. It brings down so many insecurities in your relationship. It's not like you're always bugging your partner, but we laugh about these things. We find ourselves laughing about all these things most of the times, but it's at the end of the day, I think it's built so much trust in there's so many things that you can come and tell me about maybe more, and I'll straight up tell you no. I'll be there like no. And another thing is you'll get phone calls saying, oh, I saw males this side with this person and what, and I'll be there, I'm like, I'll actually tell you the name of the person. Why? Because he had already probably dropped a message saying, oh, on this side and whatnot with this person and all that. So it bulletproofs your partner wherever it is that you go. There's that, and I think a lot of goofiness.
I was about to say that actually. Maybe let's mix goofiness with love, because I feel like at the end of the day it's the person that you love. The person that you are so comfortable. Love is defined in so many ways. Somebody you're comfortable with, somebody you want to share, the rest of your life with, somebody that you look at and it's just like, this is my person, at the end of the day. So for me is love and just being yourself. I feel like when it's harder at the beginning of a relationship, but I know people that are 4 years, 5 years down the line, you ask them, they really don't know, each other. I'm not saying know each other 100%, but I'm saying you should be able to know that this is my person. There are certain things that I do that you will never see me do elsewhere. I only do them in front of her, and I've scarred her for life. She's always complaining. She's like, I wish I can get the phone and record you. And it's in those moments that when trouble, when a storm comes, able to look back and this is why I love my person. This is why I'm with my person. So I think God, trust, love. There's many other things which you can add to trust, which is communication. Friendship, exactly.
Marriage, relationship, at the end of the day, it's just
your
two
best
people. It's just two very basic people trying to make things work. And you find that marriages and relationships don't last long, but friendships always last long. Why does that one last and the other one doesn't work? It's because you've built a friendship. A friendship is solid. So for me, if you ask me what marriage was, I'd say it's just a friendship that had the government involved. That's just it.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.
That's a bars, man. Bars.
That's deep.
I'm a poet. I never thought about that. I'm like, Jesus, I don't know. That's actually very, very true. Friendship is important. This whole thing is built on friendship. Number one, it's between the two of you. Before you involve any third party, any fourth party, any fifth party. Try as much as possible, unless it has reached a point where you need a third party to come in. And a third party, obviously, we always recommend with spiritual leader, somebody that can come in. You probably have people that helped you during your marriage counselors and all those things and whatnot. Why? Because the reason why parents shouldn't be involved as much is because parents will always take the side of their child. Also is we have this policy that we've always talked about. We have a sit down. We call it the sit down. The sit down will always involve any of the parties can call for the sit summoned in your own house. So I'm just saying, you'll be summoned and the person can tell you up front what you've done wrong, what you've done. You are not allowed to respond. Not any other day. No, it means the reason why sometimes we're so quick to respond is because we know that we were actually in the wrong. So it's called the sit. So you sit down, you hear your partner out, they tell you everything, and then you work on it. So for me, it's also God. Obviously, we can't take God away. Conflict resolution will always. Once you allow God to come in over spiritual leaders and also understanding why this whole thing started, it makes it easier to actually resolve your conflicts. Why did it start? We love each other in the first place. The many times why my wife and I have managed to pass any hurdle is because we understand why we're together.
Definitely.
I'm telling you, why we're together is bigger than any conflict that I and I can ever encounter.
I think my advice to someone who wants to get into a relationship is, why are you getting into that relationship? What do you want to get out of that relationship that you're not getting out of that particular friendship? So especially if you're much younger, why are you getting into that relationship? So have that motive or end result to that relationship. Don't just blindly get into a relationship because you feel it's time, or everyone around you, or peer pressure, all those things. you will just be drained. Relationships are work. They are 100% work. And you do not want to go to work with someone that you're not even sure about. Do you even like that person? Do they even make you feel some type of way? Do you want to every day write a good morning message or pick up the phone at 12 p.m. every single day to call that person that you don't like? Are they just going to be irritating you? Or when you go home, you just can't wait to get away from them? Those are not relationships. So what is the motive? Why do you want to get into? And please, we are young people. Me and him are married, but we are young people. The time we started dating was what, almost
4 years ago. Almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years ago. We were young then. But in the back of our heads, because he was more of a friend to me, I could see my future with him. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to settle with this person. So even if it's not yet time for you guys to get married, you should be able to see your future with that person. Yeah. Our relationships are work.
I think at the end of the day, also it comes motive and understanding. I think most people don't understand why they get into a relationship. So for me, it's understand the reason why you want to get into a relationship. I don't think we've heard of any case where anybody died because they were lonely. Because they were not in a relationship, and then they just died. Boom, case, postmortem comes and says, didn't have a relationship. So I think when you understand why you want to get into that relationship, I think that is what is going to help you and it's going to give you the drive to actually, make sure that your relationship works. Relationships are good. Marriage is good, but it has a time for it. To the younger ones, I don't know why 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds have boyfriends nowadays. I asked one time my 15-year-old sister, I asked them, like, why do you want to get into a relationship? Not because I want to be with him. I asked her, we calculated to when she was going to get married. It was almost 15 years when she was going to get married. I asked her, are you going to be with this person? Just look at this person. Don't be with any person. Don't try and flirt with the other person. She couldn't manage. So I said, good. So don't do it, because there was no understanding. So for me, at the end of the day, is relationships are good, but understand why you want to get into the relationship. The most important thing we've always told people, and we'll keep saying it until the day we are laid in our graves or until Jesus comes. Work within your means. Stop trying to have. Listen, we say if you've got money, you've got millions of kwachas, millions of dollars, pounds to do the best wedding in the world, do it. Go ahead, you've got it. But if you don't have that money, just work within your means. Gone are the days when people will do big weddings because they want to, impress other people, other family members and whatnot. Right now, it's about you working with what you have. So at the end of the day, you don't find yourself in so much debt and unable to pay back people that you had actually bought for just a 1 day's event. I've seen people. If we tell people what we did for our wedding, they actually wouldn't believe. The way we actually did a cost-effective budget just for our wedding. We ran away from the narrative of having this and that, 80,000 and all those things. Run away from that. Do what you can. I'm seeing people now doing even finger foods. Yes, if that's what you can manage, let people come and eat. At the end of the day, they are not even going to come and help you with rent money after or grocery money after. So for me, it's just work with what you can manage. Invite the number of people that you will cater for. That's it. Anybody wants to add 10 or 20, let them pay for the 10 or 20 people. Listen, there's no need. A long time, gone are the days when parents would force people to do things they can't manage. Now, even parents are just like, listen, we've got you covered. We will not allow anybody to come and, force things that you can't manage. So work within your means. For me, that's what you just do and it will really help you out on even all these things, savings and whatnot. You won't know. Not you might get crashes at 200 get crashes. In what generation? No. The economy is really hard and you want, you want to start impressing people. No, just work within your means. I think that's...
For me, I'll take you step by step. When you decide on a date with your partner, first things first, how many people do you want to invite? So if you and your partner agree on 250 people, yes, or 200 people, and you sit down with your family and they tell you we want 300 people, tell them we only have a budget for 200 people. Let the family cater for the extra 100 people. Work like that. So have a number in mind, have a figure in mind. Do a pre-budget even before you go to your family and whatnot. Have an amount that you can manage. If you only have 45,000 kwacha, if you only have 40,000 kwacha, and you tell your family, this is what we can manage for everything, do that. Then after they ask for more, tell them saying, this is what you have to put in for us to get to that amount. And two, like he said, work within your means. If you can only afford a wedding worth 50,000 kwacha, do a wedding worth 50,000 kwacha only. I beg. 50,000 kwacha only. And also, the third thing is Lusaka has glamorous weddings. We have beautiful, breathtaking weddings. Weddings that will cost you up to 250,000 kwacha. That is fine. If you have time to save up for your wedding, please do. Weddings are pricey. Weddings are expensive. They are draining. But if you cannot afford a wedding, do not have a wedding. Have a kitchen party, go to church, get married, go home. That's it. If you can afford a small wedding, do a small wedding. We have gardens that are going for as low as 3,000 kwacha. Get yourself a chef that can cook something for you for 150 people within 10,000 kwacha. I have that budget. If you want, get in touch with Sui. She'll tell you about it. Get yourself deco, a simple deco. If you want, go hire out some deco. Have your sisters help you out with that. It will cost you about 6,000 kwacha. Get yourself a beautiful wedding dress. Get himself a suit, some rings. You are married. Go home and sleep and enjoy your marriage by all means. And also one other tip, as the day approaches, at least a month before, buy all the groceries that you need in the house. It is serious after the wedding. Buy groceries prior to your wedding. Ensure that you have a 25 kg sack of mealie meal. Ensure you have a 10 kg sack of rice. Have a 10 kg sack of pasta.
5 liter.
Get yourself a 5 liter cooking oil and ensure that all those things are in place. Then by the time that you're getting married, just get all the relish in the house. It is wild after the wedding.
Ice cream, baby, ice cream. Sorry.
It is wild after the wedding. I can assure you, it is very, very wild. So if you don't get those things in mind, it won't work. And for people like him, get him a 5 liter thingy of ice cream, because the stress that comes thereafter, it is crazy. I can assure you that.
Yeah.
Work within your means. I will emphasize this the more. We have glamorous weddings. People that can afford it, please do a glamorous wedding. It only comes once. But if you cannot afford a glamorous wedding, the marriage. It is not the wedding, it's the marriage. You want to get married. Yeah. So this Sunday that passed, we had a couple. A missed service. Yeah? They
got married. No wedding dress, no shiny. At church, yeah. The guy was just like in a suit.
The lady was in a very simple, a blazer and a small boutonniere. Yeah. And the lady was in a simple dress, something like my dress. Yeah. Yes. They stood like for 15 minutes. 15
minutes and they were done. But even sat down in service. No best man, no chief bridesmaid, no flower girls.
That were representing them.
That's it.
Yeah. They just stood in service. Like, guys, we have this person, they want to get married. They exchange vows and whatnot. 15 minutes, they start back in service. Married, Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think there's something Madame said is it's not about the day. It's about the life after. So for me, it comes down to that day is gonna pass. But you can do a good wedding reception, but have a bad marriage. For me, I'd rather have a good marriage and have a bad wedding reception. They can talk all they want, but as long as I'm with my best friend for the rest of my life and we're working this, then we're good to go.
Yeah. Click on the subscribe button right below or under, wherever it is that you can find it. Yeah, and follow Suilanji. She has great content.
Yeah. And thank you for having us, Suilanji.
Thank you.
We're really grateful.